Oh yeah, I'll flying over the police station. Yeah.
Is there any particular reason?
Yeah, I'm just having a little look. Is that a lunch? Is that like a canteen at top? You know, around back on side. I'm just having a little look. You know, getting some kind of zoomed in shots to see what there is to see. Really, just having a bit of a nosy, if you know what I mean.
Why though? Any reason for it?
Nah, just for me, personal reason. Don't work for any business or like that, don't we? Yeah.
What's your personal interest with what goes on inside a police station?
Well, it's not my own personal interest, you know what I mean? There's a lot of people.
You said your personal. It's for you. It's personal for you. Well, you've obviously zoomed in well enough to see that there's tables and chairs and asked if there's a canteen. So
no, I never said that, did I? No, I didn't say that, did I? I never said that, did I? No, I said, is that a canteen? I never said I'd zoomed in on the canteen, did I?
You said you got some zoomed in images, yeah, and then asked.
No, I am zooming in on the police station just to have a look at it. Just it's nothing.
For what reason? For what reason? That's all we're interested in is why you would be doing that.
Just for my own purposes. I'm just making a little documentary of some of the buildings in the area.
Right.
Yeah. So I thought what I'd do is I'll have a look at the police station, because I came to have a look at this place, Forza, which is it's kind of meat processing place, isn't it? So I'm just having a little look around. I came to have a quick look at Forza, and then I saw the police headquarters. So I thought, right, what I'll do is I'll go down there first, have a quick flyover, get zoomed in on some of the bits the public might want to see that they don't generally get to see.
All right, guys. Today we are going to watch a situation that escalates almost instantly after a drone pilot casually flies near a police station. What starts as a simple conversation quickly turns tense when officers begin acting suspicious over harmless filming in public airspace. The auditor stays calm, explains his purpose clearly, but the officers seem more focused on creating suspicion than understanding the law. This opening perfectly sets the tone for a confrontation built on assumptions instead of facts.
Gates and there's it's card access. There's a reason for that. It's because public are not allowed in there.
Oh, they're not allowed in. I didn't go in.
Right. Well, technically you have, because you've got a camera on that and you've zoomed in. Right?
No, I'm in the airspace above the police station.
That's reasonable, isn't it? Right. That police station is not for public access. Hence why it's so secure. By flying that,
I didn't go in though. So what are you talking to me like that for? Like telling me off like a naughty schoolboy?
I'm saying you've flown the drone in there.
Yeah, I have.
Obviously zoomed in on the police station. That's not for public access, right?
I have zoomed in on the police station.
Why?
Buckle up, guys, because this is where the logic completely falls apart. One officer actually tries to compare zooming in with a drone camera to physically entering a police station. The auditor pushes back calmly while the officers struggle to explain how filming from public airspace suddenly becomes unlawful access. Instead of citing clear legislation, they keep repeating that the building is not for public access, as if that alone changes the law. The tension here rises fast and exposes major confusion.
Because I can fly over, it's in the airspace.
If you're flying over it, but you've told me that you've zoomed in on the building.
I've zoomed in on the building, to get some close-up shots.
Why?
Because I wanted to.
But it's not for public access, is it?
Well, I'm allowed to do that. I'm allowed to do that.
It's not for public access, is it? And that's going to arouse our suspicion.
You can say it's not for public access as much as you want, but you're not going to convince me.
Over it and you're zooming into the police station, so we've come to ask you why.
I know. I've just said I'm literally come to here to make a little video about Forza.
All right, guys. Now the encounter takes a much more serious turn. The officers quietly appear to profile the auditor while avoiding direct answers about what they are doing. Then comes the classic intimidation tactic, suddenly mentioning terrorism powers without properly explaining any lawful basis. The most shocking part is how confidently legal terms are thrown around while clearly being misunderstood. The auditor remains composed, but you can already see the officers losing control of the situation.
Terrorism Act, don't be stupid. Listen to it. Like, if you're asking for my details, you've got. I don't believe that I have to give you my details. So you're gonna have to tell me what section of the law you're acting in when you ask me for those.
As I've said, I'll do it under Terrorism Act if I have to.
Which act?
Section 60.
Buckle up, because this section exposes exactly how weak the officer's argument really is. They become obsessed with the auditor mentioning the canteen and try to stretch that into suspicious behavior. Meanwhile, the auditor repeatedly explains he never filmed through windows or violated privacy. Instead of presenting actual legal grounds, the officers start searching for laws after already confronting him. That reversal says everything. The interaction slowly shifts from investigation into pure damage control.
Public though now, aren't you? Are you SIA licensed?
Sorry?
Are you SIA licensed?
I am, yes.
Where's your SIA badge then? Because we've got 2 police over there, and you know it's illegal to not have your SIA badge on in public when you're dealing...
It's within a metre off site.
What's it?
Within a metre off site.
A metre off site? Oh, I think you're more than a metre off site, but anyway, I won't tell them anyway, because I'm not against you.
Right, so basically all I've just been doing there is just to double check the legislation around the zooming in aspect of it. So if you want to fly the drone generically, that's absolutely fine, but you disclosed to me that you'd been zooming in on the building, you'd taken images zoomed in. That's what you said, effectively, words to that effect.
What law is that against? What law?
So let me finish. Okay. And then you asked me if it were a canteen, so you have clearly been zooming in on...
No, I haven't zoomed in through a window. I haven't zoomed in through a window.
The wouldn't have access to that, so that's where the sticky situation is. So I'm clarifying whether that's okay or not.
Well, I'll tell you now, I haven't zoomed in through a window, so yeah. I didn't say that. The camera won't lie. Yeah, I said, is that the canteen at that side?
Alright guys, this is where the confrontation becomes genuinely uncomfortable to watch. The officer starts implying the auditor cannot leave while they decide whether he may have committed an offence. Notice how the answers suddenly become vague whenever he asks the direct question, "Am I detained?" Instead of giving a clear yes or no, they leave everything hanging in uncertainty. That hesitation creates serious tension because it feels like authority is being used without proper legal backing.
If you hadn't zoomed in, so it's reasonable for me to think that that's what you've done.
Well, I haven't done. Well, I'm telling you that I haven't done.
Double check the legislation around that, because that's a little bit of a sticky point.
Yeah, well, that's not what I said, and that's not what I've done.
Okay, we'll agree to disagree on that.
Alright, well, tell you what I'll do, I'll just get on my bike and ride off then.
Well, you won't, because until I
until
I ascertain whether you've committed an offence or not, I'd like you to remain.
No, I'm going to get on my bike and go. I'm going to pack this. I'm going to pack this drone up and I'm off.
Then I will keep you here.
You will keep me here, will you?
Things on you that could harm us or could harm the police station. So if it comes back that you have committed an offence, then I may be searching you under Section 1 of PACE.
Yeah, can you just stay back from me?
Yeah, of course.
What are you doing? Why are you walking?
Buckle up, guys, because the entire situation starts collapsing here. The officers continue referencing Section 1 PACE while openly admitting they are still trying to figure out whether any offence even exists. The auditor calmly challenges every claim and reminds them that reasonable suspicion must come before detention or search powers. You can hear the uncertainty growing in the officers' responses as their position weakens minute by minute. At this stage, the interaction is clearly slipping away from them.
Am I detained?
You may well be being detained.
I may well be being detained.
Are you going to listen? You're asking me questions and then you're not letting me finish and answer you.
I'm going to nip off and come back for Forza later.
Would you like me to answer the question?
I'd like to answer the question whether I'm detained or not with a yes or no answer, and then...
Listen, once we get back, if you...
Alright guys, this final section completely exposes the contradiction from start to finish. Earlier, the officers implied the auditor could not leave, yet now they suddenly admit he is free to go despite still not identifying any actual offence. No arrest, no search, no caution, because there was never solid legal authority behind the confrontation in the first place. In the end, the officers quietly retreat while the auditor stands firm on his rights. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next video.